Hey guys, very basic Bible. We're going to do a quick Bible read through, 8-minute Bible read through. Okay, I'm going to start my timer, read for 8 minutes. We'll see how far we can get. If you want the super detailed, meticulous stuff, go to my Bible read alongs, my Bible study along, the Bible study alongs. Those get super detailed, but this, just try and read straight through. Ready, set, start. Chapter 2, NIV. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judah, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who was born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." Who did they ask? I don't know. They were after Jesus was born, they had Bethlehem, and it's during the time of King Herod. I don't know who they asked. When King Herod heard this, did they ask King Herod? King Herod just heard about it. He was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. Jerusalem, the capital city. So they're not in Bethlehem yet, even though, Jesus was born in Bethlehem, but the Magi probably came to the capital city. That would make sense. Okay. When Herod had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers, the religious people. Over here in the NASB, the priests and scribes. Okay. Over here in the New Living Translation, priests and teachers of religious law. Okay. So when Herod called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born, because they're teachers of the law. "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied. Hey, look at this. Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea. Herod's like, "Hey, chief priests, hey, teachers, where's the Messiah going to be born?" "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied. "For this is what the prophet has written." Okay, another prophecy. "But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Okay, so it says that this ruler that's going to shepherd the people or lead the people, guide the people. They use the word shepherd quite often because they were a lot of shepherds. Lots of Jews were shepherds. Tons of Jews were shepherds. That might have been one of, if not the main occupation for Jews. They lead sheep. They lead the people. Out of Bethlehem, going to come a ruler who's going to shepherd the people. Okay. Then Herod called the Magi secretly. So we had the meeting with the religious people. Now we got the meeting secretly with the Magi. Herod called the Magi and found out from the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me so I may go and worship him." The child being the king. The Magi were like, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews?" Okay. Then down here, "Go and search carefully for the child." Okay. So like, oh, he must have just been born. Okay. I may go worship him too. Is Herod the king going to go worship a child who's a king? I don't know. Maybe Herod's a good king. Maybe he's not. Some of you know. After the wise men, the Magi, heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen when it rose went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. That's a strange star. I don't know. Supernatural stuff happens around the time of Jesus. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house where Jesus was in Bethlehem, they saw the child with his mother, Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him. Come on, Jesus. Then they opened their treasures and presented Jesus, the Messiah, the King of the Jews, with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Gold, expensive stuff. Frankincense and myrrh is like perfume and spices. Why were they expensive? I don't know. You know, a gold, Ferraris, and stocks and bonds. But back then it was frankincense and myrrh. I don't know. That's just what they did. Okay, so we're still talking about the wise men, the Magi. And after having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, the Magi returned to their country by another route. Herod wanted to go worship the child, though, remember? I may go worship him. When the Magi had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, another dream for Joseph. "Get up," the angel said, "take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt." Why? "Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him." King Herod don't like King Jesus. He's like, I'm the king of the Jews. Herod up here. During the time of King Herod. So Joseph got up, took the child and his mother Mary during the night and left for Egypt, where they stayed until the death of Herod. That's okay. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet, out of Egypt I called my son. Hosea 11:1. Now remember, like I said, it's not always one-for-one correlation. Out of Egypt I called my son is God talking about the Exodus, Moses, if we were to go back and look at Hosea. But here it's being applied to Jesus. Pretty cool, huh? Jesus is like Israel, leaving Egypt. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Verse 16. So now they went to Egypt. They're chilling in Egypt after the dream. Okay. When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem in his vicinity who were 2 years old and under. Because the star, remember, he had that secret meeting with the Magi in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping in great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because they are no more. So Rachel wasn't the mother of all those children. Ramah was a place, a country, maybe a city. I'm not sure. But like I said, we can tell it's not one-for-one correlation, the prophecies. This was something that Jeremiah said back in the day. Now it's being fulfilled, or it's fulfilled. I call them pattern prophecies. You see the pattern back in the Old Testament, and then Jesus fulfills it in the New Testament. He's like the prophetic fulfillment. Yeah, pattern prophecies are a pattern. I guess it's all pattern after Jesus. After Herod died. Okay, so remember above where Joseph took the child and his mother and left for Egypt when he stayed until the death of Herod. Okay. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, why did Joseph have all these angels appearing to him? If Jesus were your son, you'd probably be seeing weird things too. So the angel appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, get up, take the child and his mother and go to the land of Israel, for those who are trying to take the child's life are dead. Out of Egypt I've called my son. And Israel left the nation of Egypt and they went to the land of Canaan, which they called Israel. So there we go. Out of Egypt I called my son. Yeah. So Joseph got up, took the child and his mother and went to the land of Israel. But when he had heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, another dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee, way north of Jerusalem. Oh, man, our timer right at 1. Okay, this is it. And he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, that he would be called a Nazarene. Okay, guys. See you. That's our 8 minutes. See you in the next video. Have a blessed day.